Men's and women's basketball make it to quarterfinals.
And women's lacrosse starts off their first season.
All this and more coming up on the Penguin Rundown.
Welcome back to the Penguin Rundown. I'm Abigail Cloutier alongside Kelsey Norris. Kelsey, we had a short school week this week, but it was certainly packed with sports.
Yeah, I agree. Saturday we had football, basketball wrapped up, and brand new sport, lacrosse, but I think we're going to get us started with some men's basketball.
The men's basketball team traveled to Oakland last week to play in the quarterfinals of the Progressive Insurance Horizon League Men's Basketball Championship. The Penguins fought hard, taking the game into overtime, but their efforts came up short as they were defeated 87-83 by the Golden Grizzlies. Senior Naz Bohannon had a career night, posting the first triple-double in program history as 14 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists. Senior Garrett Covington contributed a career-high 30 points, going 12 for 21 from the floor and also tying a career-high 5 made three-pointers. Junior Darius Quisenberry also made his presence known, dropping 18 points on the night. The Gwins finished the season 15-12. Congrats to them on a good season.
Now, the YSU women's basketball team season came to an end last Tuesday. The Penguins were defeated by Milwaukee with the final score of 77-68 in the quarterfinals of the Horizon League Women's Basketball Championship. Senior Chelsea Olsen shot 6 of 7 from 3 with a team-high 22 points. Senior Mary Dunn did her work early, scoring all of her 20 points in the first 3 quarters. Freshman Nneka Obiizer also had 13 points and 8 rebounds. The team finishes the season with a record of 10-8.
The football team had a close one in Game 3, but weren't able to come off on top. They fell 30-22 at home against Southern Illinois. Offensively, this was their best performance of the season, scoring more points than they have all year. Junior running back Jaleel McLaughlin had an excellent performance, rushing for a career high of 124 yards on 26 carries and was able to tag on 2 touchdowns on the ground. Quarterback Mark Wade got the first start of his career, rushing for 73 yards on 23 carries and completing 10 of 24 passes for 94 yards. He also had the first touchdown of the game, running it in from a yard out. SIU was able to record 202 yards on the ground and 139 yards in the air. Linebacker Grant Dixon led the Gwins on defense with 10 total tackles, followed by fellow linebacker Griffin Hoke, who had 9 tackles of his own. Freshman defensive back Kenyon Martin came up with the first interception of his career, pulling the Gwins in a good position to go up 2 scores. Hopefully they can come out on top this weekend as they travel to South Dakota State this Saturday, March 13th. The game is started at 3 p.m. and will be broadcasted on 570 WKBN.
The YSU baseball team took the trip to Defiance High School, the site of the first Horizon League series of the year against Purdue Fort Wayne. The Penguins kicked off the series with a 6-3 victory. The team had a total of 10 hits in Game 1 and were led by Lucas Nasanti, who was 2 for 4 with an RBI. The Gwins came back in Game 2 and beat the Mastodons 3-0. It was a career day for redshirt senior Colin Floyd, who tossed a complete game shutout with 8 strikeouts while not walking a single batter. Floyd was the first Penguin to throw a complete game shutout since 2012. The Penguins dropped Game 3, 1-0, on a walk-off single in the final inning, but bounced back in the series finale to outslug the Mastodons. They were 13-8. Poland native Braden O'Shaughnessy was 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a solo blast. The Penguins won the series 3-1 and will travel to Wright State tomorrow to take on the Raiders. Be sure to check out YSUsports.com for live stats.
This past weekend, the softball team took on AKRON in a 4-game series. They swept all 4 games of the series and extended their win streak to 6. The Gwins won a close one with the first game on Friday, 7-6. In the second game on Friday, the softball team defeated AKRON 11-3. Friday's games were also led by sophomore Grace Sia, who totaled 4 RBIs and 3 hits over 2 games. On Sunday, the Penguins won the first game 9-5 with junior Nikki Sabini driving in 5 runs. The final game of the series was also won 4-2 with an impressive showing by junior Ellie Buffenbarger, pitching a complete game, only allowing 2 hits, 1 earned run, and 9 strikeouts. Next, the softball team goes to play UIC for another 4-game series with games on both Friday the 12th and Saturday the 13th. For more on the softball team, we're going to send it over to Richie and Katie at the roundtable.
Hi everyone, welcome into the roundtable. Richie Giuliano alongside Katie Rogers-Vadala. Today we're going to be talking about some women's softball here at Youngstown State as they're on a 6-game win streak. They're 6-2 on the year. They swept the series against AKRON a week ago. And Katie, we got to talk about this pitching staff. The starting rotation for Youngstown State has been solid to start the season.
Yeah, and the 3 I have written down are Ellie Buffenbarger, Sophie Howell, and Maddie Lusk. And first I'm going to start with Buffenbarger. She has pitched a no-hitter and has multiple Horizon League honors before the pandemic. And this year she has a couple of complete games with double-digit strikeouts, but most impressive of all that I have written down, she is on stride to become second in YSU's all-time career strikeouts, and I believe she will get that by the end of the season. And I also have Sophie Howell written down. She's a freshman local from Champion High School. She earned her first collegiate win pitching 5 innings versus Norfolk State. And then in her next appearance at the mound, she also got another win with 7 strikeouts. So she does have room for improvement, but she is showing good promise for the upcoming YSU pitching class. So what is another pitcher that you see showing some promise?
Yeah, rounding out the bunch is Maddie Lusk so far. She's got 1 start, has come out of the pen 3 times, also plays as a position player, which I'll mention in a little bit. She's got 16 strikeouts so far, already earned a Horizon League Pitcher of the Week, off to a great start on the bump, but she's also doing it at the plate as well, hitting .280 and 25 at-bats. She also has 7 hits and 4 RBIs, so she's done it on both sides, both on the plate as well as on the mound. And then Grace Sia, who's led this offense, .346 average, 11 RBIs and 26 at-bats, has been a really good hitter for Youngstown State and has led the way so far, and they got a big series coming up.
Yeah, they're playing the UIC Flames tomorrow and Saturday. Thankfully, it's a 4-game series, and they're playing at home again. And the Flames were predicted first in the Horizon League before the season started, but YSU was predicted to place second. So this will be a great series to watch, and they have been on a 4-game winning streak, so they will definitely give them more confidence, and hopefully it'll give them the edge over the Flames.
No doubt about it. It's going to be a big series. Youngstown State taking on UIC. It's a doubleheader both Friday and Saturday. You can catch all the action on ESPN Plus starting at 1 p.m. on Friday, and then on Saturday they start at 11 a.m. That'll do it here from the roundtable. For Katie Rogers-Vadala, I'm Richie Giuliano. We'll send it back to our hosts in Kelsey and Abigail.
Thanks, Richie and Katie. This past Thursday was the Horizon League Cross Country Championship. Sophomore Chase Easterling won the men's 8,000-meter race. His time of 25 minutes and 22.0 seconds qualified him for the NCAA national meet. After Easterling, the men posted 4 top 5 25 finishes to score a total 81 points for the team. Senior Tyler Pullman was next to cross the finish line. He placed 17th in the race. And then freshman Ryan Meadows placed 19th, followed by freshman Ty Kuhn placed 20th. Freshman Hunter Christopher was the final scorer who placed 24th in the race. For the women's race, sophomore Morgan Cole finished 4th. Overall, the women placed 4th as well as a team with 103 points. There were 3 runners in the top 20 behind Cole. Senior Natalie Fleming placed 15th, followed by junior Ashley Rowley placing 16th. Up next, Easterling will be running at the NCAA Men's Cross Country Championships on March 15th.
The men's golf team wrapped up their first competition of the spring season last weekend, finishing 7th at the JACKRABBIT Invitational. The Penguins posted a 3-round team total of 911 in the tournament. Their best round was round 2 with a score of 289. Junior Bryden Corduple and senior Kevin Scher both had a 3-round score of 225 and tied for 31st in individual standings. Sophomore Cole Crispin's 2nd-round score of 71 was YSU's lowest individual round score of the event. The men's golf team will be back in action March 26th through the 28th at the Battle of Rum Point hosted by Iona College.
Now the men's tennis team, their winning streak ended on Sunday at Western Michigan. The team dropped all 3 doubles contests and all 6 singles contests. Laurencio Montesquieu, who's a sophomore, was named the Horizon League's Men's Tennis Singles Player of the Week for his performance against St. Bonaventure, St. Francis, and Bella Marine. He went 3-0 against all 3 schools in singles play. The team is back in action on Saturday at 3 p.m. against the Ashland Eagles at the YSU Indoor Tennis Center. Sunday, they'll travel to Duquesne with the match set for 1:30.
The women's soccer team dropped the ball Thursday against Cleveland State, the final score 3-2. The season may be rough for the ladies with their overall standing 0-4, but they are not going down without a fight. Sophomores Aubriana Renita and Regan Lavinia each scored goals to keep the game close the whole way through. The ladies are not down for the count, and they're improving and showing their potential with every shot. We'll surely see great things from the soccer team in the near future. The women played versus Northern Kentucky today at 1, so make sure you check out YSUsports.com for the final stats and score.
The volleyball team broke a 6-match losing streak on Monday in an outstanding win against Robert Morris 3-2. After getting swept last week by Northern Kentucky on the offensive side, the Gwins would dominate the Colonials in their best offensive game of the season. Youngstown State delivered their best attack percentage of the season of .333. Sophomore Josie Borum recorded YSU's first triple-double since 2008 season with 17 kills, 17 digs, and 22 assists. Borum became the second player in YSU volleyball history to deliver a triple-double. Sophomore Isadora Sissik posted a career-high double-double with 13 kills and 10 digs. Junior Alexia Burns also contributed 13 kills, while freshman Lexi Beakey had 27 assists. The Gwins also excelled on the defensive side, with performances from Amy Beaupre with 4 blocks and senior Margot Thompson with a match-high 30 digs. The team is now 3-6, heading back on the road into their next 2-game series against the Cleveland State Vikings. For results on Tuesday's match against Robert Morris, be sure to go to YSUsports.com.
A new sport made its first appearance this weekend for YSU. Women's lacrosse first 2 shots at opening season was canceled in February. The team finally opened against Akron in March. The team fell to University of Akron with a final score of 12-11. Freshman Callie Vaudry led in the score opening in this nail-biter, successfully completing 4 of her 7 goal attempts. Other Penguins successfully contributed to the board were freshman Lauren Ottenmeyer and Jordan Miller, each with 2 goals. Freshman Taylor Jones can go down in Penguin history as YSU's first scoring lacrosse player after she sank a shot early in the first 20 minutes. YSU lacrosse is back Saturday, March 13th against Detroit Mercy. The game is scheduled to start at noon in Detroit. For more on this fiery freshman squad, visit YSUsports.com or follow them on Twitter at YSU-W-LAX. Next, we'll take it out to Penguin Play of the Week, hosted by Kyle Wills.
Thanks, guys. This week's Play of the Week is going to go to Jaleel McLaughlin and his run in the first quarter of the game this past Saturday. Let's take a look. McLaughlin takes the handoff, runs it inside, runs into multiple defenders, and bulldozes his way into the end zone for the score. If we take a second look, McLaughlin gets the handoff, runs it up, runs into multiple defenders, and with help from his line, makes it into the end zone for the score. Congratulations on McLaughlin for being this week's Play of the Week, and good luck to the men this upcoming weekend. Let's send it back to Kelsey and Abigail.
Thanks, Kyle. And that'll do it for us here at Penguin Rundown. For news, highlights, and more, be sure to check out YSUsports.com and follow us on social media at Penguin Rundown 1 on Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. I'm Kelsey Norris alongside Abigail Cloutier. We'll see you next week, Penguin Nation.